Hello people of YouTube, it's Deepak here, and welcome to the DCS news for the 2nd of September 2023. I hope you're all having an absolutely fantastic time. Of course, the moment I started my stream, my lights automatically changed. Give me just one moment while I get my lighting correctly set up again. It's fantastic having these home automation systems, but of course I need a way of having like a live setup. Cool, anyway, I hope you all enjoyed that most recent Gazelle tutorial all about the Hot 3 missile. I'm not exactly sure what I'll cover next time. I'm interested in people's suggestions. I think I've covered most of the major systems of the helicopter now. I guess, as John Bloor was saying, I could cover the Vivian site in the SA342M model. That site is day and night capable. So a slightly more advanced system. Could be well worth a look. Welcome to the stream, Orleans Junkie, Tech Gamer 45, Faultraver, Paul Dillon, Mr. Yeti, Charts, Sean IM81, Tog, Pink Floyd, Only Napalm, and Dancer. Tog, yeah, that was about as stable as I thought it'd be. It was so bizarre, actually, because I always do a bunch of practice sessions before filming, and in all of my practice sessions, the helicopter was completely stable. I was obviously doing something slightly different when I started filming because I as you saw, I kept losing control of it. But I think it illustrates the point in any case that these two crew helicopters are much better when you have two members of crew. Also, the way that I was employing the weapon was quite unrealistic. You wouldn't just sit there in a hover a kilometre away from your target. So I think in order to actually employ the weapon safely and using realistic tactics, you would have to have both crew members, because then your pilot can kind of mask you, demask you, change position, evade, all that kind of stuff. If you're one person in the helicopter, then you're pretty much guaranteed to get shot down. I don't think that's going to work well for you. Ian McGallos, welcome to the stream. Pink Floyd, sorry I can't do that, Deepak. I'm sorry, Dave. Gotta have a dotChuckles on standby to co-pilot. That'd be great. Yes, I should have enlisted the assistance of dotChuckles himself in order to fly the chopper, because he's a better chopper pilot than me anyway, so I could be the gunner. John Bloor, welcome to the stream. The biggest thing with that periscope is the loss of situational awareness. That's true. Yeah, that's the great thing. When the pilot is flying normally, of course, the gunner kind of has their head on a swivel and they can keep a lookout. It's really, really useful to have just a second crew member as a second set of eyes. When you're doing it all on your own, it's kind of difficult. Mr. Yeti, shot down if autopilot doesn't get you first. Yes, you're either going to slam into the ground or you're going to get shot down. Very much so. So, let's begin with the DCS newsletter from this week from Eagle Dynamics. We're celebrating 15 years of DCS. Whew, I feel old. I remember when it was a brand new thing. I remember when we only had the KA-50 and then the A-10. So, yes, many, many moons ago. So, dear fighter pilots, partners, and friends, since the release of Black Shark in 2008, DCS has been going from strength to strength, and all thanks to you, our wonderful community. I can hear Nick's voice in my head, and in fact, I'll be playing the video a little bit later, although sadly without audio. Everyone else should tell me whether or not you think Nick sounds like a priest. Every time I hear him on one of the ED videos, I always feel like he's talking to his congregation. And we're gathered here today to celebrate 15 years of DCS. Turn to page 115, Psalm number 5. Anyway, this 1st of September 2023 marks the start of our DCS 15th anniversary year, which we will kick off with an important sale to celebrate 15-year anniversary video. Okay, right, so they want us to play that now. Let's follow their instruction. As I said, sadly, I'm going to be playing it without audio, but as always, Eagle Dynamics pumping out these really good cinematics. This was a very nice one. I was very happy to see the inclusion of the Harrier and the JF-17 Thunder. They don't always get a look in these videos. The A4 as well. Really, really good to see free modules being included in these videos too. Nice little bit of Mirage, some Hind action, F-14, F-16, MiG-29. They show the MiG-29 off quite a lot these days. John Bluer, Gazelle is a blast multi-crew though. Highly recommend it. Yeah, Tog remembers when it was Lomac. Charts, he is very posh. Oh, check it out, Flanker. How many of you played Flanker? I played a lot of Flanker, and a lot of Flanker 2, which we're now seeing. Really, really good ones. And then we're seeing some Lomac, I guess. Yeah, it's come a long way. It's come a long way. Pink Floyd wants to hear Nick read Paradise Lost. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I think, you know, he has a good voice. It's a very particular sound. So check this out. We have an immense amount of content in the 15-year sale. You could buy any of these fantastic modules if you don't have them already. Boom. Yeah. Very nicely put together video. And of course, whenever you're operating the Hornet from an aircraft carrier, you want it to be drizzling just slightly, just for immersion. Oh yes, watching a Harrier do its thing. I should make a video of this actually. I should land a Harrier in the vertical and give you all an external view of it. I'm probably not quite as smooth as whoever was flying it there, but I've put a lot of practice in. I'm not too bad with the old Harrier in the vertical. Mr. Yeti, I played Flanker and Apache versus Hind. Evangelos, the first Flanker in Crimea. Oh, Crimea, yes, exactly, that's it. Back in the day we had Crimea. We haven't had that for a long time. John Bluer, have you ever seen that Jonathan Frakes video where it's slightly slowed down so he sounds drunk? That's what he sounds like to me. Yes, I actually have. What was the name of that show that Jonathan Frakes was on? But yeah, he always started the show by asking a question. You know, have you ever been somewhere that you've never been before but felt like it was familiar? You know, like he always asked these kinds of questions. Interesting story. Falcon 3 was my first combat flight sim. Sean I'm 81. I had Flanker in Lomac, and back when it was just Black Shark. Chuck Yeager from Mr. Yeti. That was a goodie. I did like Chuck Yeager. Charts. I thought I'd left Sims behind until I watched the DCS vids. DCS videos are very, very good indeed. Yogi, welcome to the stream. Abby Abs, 15 years and still no real single player. Yeah, I guess you could very much call it a sandbox. Although that said, if you want to play single player, I think the campaigns and standalone missions are the way. There's a lot of really good content out there. And you should consider multiplayer, I would say. Multiplayer, for me, is just an absolute game changer. Like, I don't know if I would actually bother playing DCS all that much if it wasn't for the multiplayer. The multiplayer just really, really makes it super good. Yogi, what's your prediction of the Typhoon coming to open beta? I would say minimum of 2 more years. I would expect to see something maybe in 2025. Not likely before. Sean, I'm 81. I think F-19 was my first combat sim. I actually think F-19 was also my first. That was really, really good. Abby Abs, Microsoft Combat Flight Simulator 2 was my first flight simulator. Yogi, everyone smash that like button. Thank you very much. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like, and comment. I'm very, very thankful for those of you who've done so. What are we sitting on now? I'm on something like 8.6 thousand subscribers, which is quite nice. I'm really, really very thankful. This is quite a niche channel, so I've always been amazed at how many people subscribe and watch the videos and interact. Chat, you're the people who make this stream fun. I wouldn't bother doing it if it wasn't for all of you. John Bluer, my first ever sim was Gunship 2000. Then the 2 I put the most hours into was Jane's Longbow 2 and US Air Force. The Jane stuff was really... Abby Abs, I mostly play multiplayer. I just want single player like IL-2 or Falcon BMS. Yeah, it takes a bit more work to achieve that in DCS. It has some absolutely fantastic content for single player, but you have to seek it out, purchase it, download it, make it yourself, or join a group that makes them. Interesting story. I forgot about F117. That was the first. Snoopy and the Red Baron, says Tog. Nice. Anyway, let's get back to the newsletter. I got distracted almost immediately with all the nostalgia. This 1st of September 2023, which was yesterday, marks the start of our DCS 15th anniversary year, which we will kick off with an important sale to celebrate 15th year anniversary video. We just watched that. Don't miss the biggest discounts we have ever offered, with up to 60% off most of our products. The sale has now begun and will continue until Sunday, the 17th of September 2023 at 1600 GMT, and on Steam until the 15th at 1800 GMT. This upcoming year is a special one, with greatly anticipated module releases, events, activities, and features to celebrate. More details will follow, but we take this opportunity to thank you, our players, content creators, contributors, server hosts, third-party developers, our volunteer test team, and all who've invested time and resources into building Digital Combat Simulator. Here's to the future, here's to you. Very nice, we should raise a glass. 15th anniversary celebration sale up to 60% off. We have all of these fixed-wing aircraft with 60% off, all the biggies. Let me see if there's any that I would call out in particular. Not really. Not really. Oh, whoa. Yeah. Oh, I got excited. I thought it was the F-15E Strike Eagle. It's the F-15C. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'd call out any of these. Fixed wing at 50%, obviously the Harrier. Everybody should have the Harrier. M2000C, very, very good. The F-16, the F-18, yeah, these are just kind of, in my opinion, must-haves. MiG-21, actually, I've not taken the MiG-21 up in a really long time. And back in the early days of VAF, I used to fly the MiG-21 a lot. I used to do the kind of dissimilar air-to-air combat training with that, and I think it's well worth a look. Actually, a pretty good aircraft. 30% off the Thunder, 40% off the F-14. Rotary wing at 60%, we're straight in there with the Black Shark 3. This is probably the first time it's been discounted. The Hind, the Mi-8, the Huey, these are all well worth purchasing. 50% off the Apache, well worth having. Terrains at 60%, we've got Nevada, Persian Gulf and the Channel. They're all fine. Terrains at 50%, South Atlantic and Syria. I think those are the big ones. And then we got 60% off the NS-430 modules, World War II assets and combined arms. 50% off Supercarrier. We've got upgrades, we've got campaigns. I could go through all of this, but it'll take a while. It's all posted in the newsletter. Oh, and then, here we go. Rotary wing not on sale. Gazelle, sadly. Fixed wing not on sale. Strike Eagle, I-16, MB339, Mirage F1. Terrain not on sale. Normandy 2 and Sinai. So yeah, going to have to pay full price for all of that. Interesting story. I skipped a bunch, but DCS brought me right back. Single player just to learn the module, then multiplayer to play with people. Yep. John Bloor, I saw you mentioned in the newsletter, by the way. Awesome stuff and well deserved. We'll be coming to that very soon. I was not aware that that was going to happen, but I'll tell you more in a moment. Deepak deserves applause, thank you. Mr. Yeti, there was an ED post on Facebook talking about new modules, and it had a picture of a flanker. We're not getting a flanker. There's no way we're getting a flanker. I think that would be too much of a legal risk for Eagle Dynamics to do anything on the flanker. Charts, already bought the Hind and NS-430 plus Gazelle add-on. Mr. Yeti, L39 or C101? I really like both, but honestly, C101. Aegis are just knocking it out the park, as Americans would say, when it comes to the little details. C101 has a lot of nice little details. Also, of course, it's a NATO aircraft, whereas L39 is not really by default. So, yeah, C101, I would go for that. Pink Floyd, no MB339 on sale. Mick Bummer. Yes. Dog, going to be worth flying the MiG-21 when the F4 releases. That's true, that's true. Yeah, I should get back into the MiG-21. I might, I'll fly it a little bit and then I might even do some videos for you all. I do have a complete tutorial series on the MiG-21, but it's from years ago. I would assume it's still basically accurate though. So, moving on, what to expect this 15th anniversary year. Throughout the year, this 15-year badge will be used to mark our celebratory events. I can't pronounce words anymore. Developer Q&A. We are incredibly grateful to our dedicated community members who have been the driving force behind development ideas and priorities, bug notifications and product requests, as well as the engine behind the steady user growth over the years. To put even more focus on your contribution, we'd like to invite all of you to add your most important questions and requests to a special developer Q&A, which will help us prioritize things for the near and medium term. Please submit your questions via the forum thread here. So let's have a little look. Have people already put... Oh, this topic is now closed. Okay, interesting. Oh, they want us to do it via form. Oh, how exciting. Okay, so we don't get to see other people's questions. It means that we can't kind of sort of dedupe them ourselves, which is unfortunate. Pardon me. Well, that's unfortunate they're not sharing everyone else's questions with us, but still, I think this is a really good idea. It'll be a bit of fun to get questions from the community answered by the developers. John Blur, I think ED have indicated that the MiG-21 will get a minor facelift at some point soon, mostly the cockpit. Well, it's not ED's aircraft. The MiG-21 is made by Leatherneck, who used to be part of Heatblur, or Heatblur came out of them. I forget the exact story. Only Napalm, message retracted 3 times. What is it you're trying to tell me? So anyway, this Q&A is your best opportunity yet for answers to your most burning questions. We're excited to share news on topics we know are important to you, such as a dynamic campaign roadmap, updates for ATC, it's been a while since we've heard them talk about that, progress of DLSS and Vulkan API integration. We've seen many videos from them using DLSS, but we don't have our hands on it yet. The future of the mission editor, and Flaming Cliffs. We will answer everything we can. Submissions are open until Monday, the 11th of September. Thank you. MiG-21 BIS is okay if with FAF Western Avionics and systems, but not modelled in DCS. I don't know. I kind of like the old school, you know, RSBN navigation. Dead Reckoning, no INS, very basic radar. You know, for the era, it's a lot of fun. Actually, I really enjoy flying the MiG-21. And then doing depression reticle kind of bombing and rocket attacks. A lot of fun. Only Napalm, sorry, some keyboard problems. Oh dear. Mr. Yeti, we can probably guess questions. When is Typhoon, Tornado, F4, Cola to be released? Well, of course, these are all questions for the developers and you know, who are making those. None of these are being made by Eagle. Magnitude. Oh yes, that's right. I still think of them as Leatherneck, but of course they're now called Magnitude 3, I think. Yeah. Welcome to the stream, Mark S. Tog, aka it is a tornado. Yes, surprisingly enough, it is. Ooh, A4E Skyhawk. That's a pretty picture of the Skyhawk. So what's going on here? Celebrating our community creators. The dedication of those talented users who create free content for all to enjoy never ceases to impress us, and we would like to thank them by showcasing their work by featuring some of the very best content, including mods, campaigns, skins, help guides, videos, and more. So yeah, really, really nice that they're shining a light on the A4E. Of course, they just last year released the 2.0 version, which they titled the Forever Free Update, just making it very, very clear that they never intend to turn this into a paid module. And I have to say, the A4 community mod is, in my opinion, as good as many paid modules. This thing is just stunningly good. Let's see if I can play this without getting copyright struck. Let's quickly play the trailer here for the A4E. Stunning. If you have, DCS is a free download, this is a free aircraft. If you want to fly something in DCS but don't want to pay for an expensive module, download DCS for free, download the A4E, get playing. This thing is just absolutely brilliant. It's basically a full fidelity module. It has an external flight model, very good quality external flight model. It has a full 3D cockpit with switches, and almost all the systems are simulated. Nice detailed manual, really good set of kneeboards. Check out my video where I give a quick set of impressions on it. Very, very nice. Fully supported by the supercarrier as well, as you can see here. You can follow the cruise instructions, connect it up, and do a catapult launch on supercarrier, which is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Look at this thing. Absolutely crazy roll rate on this machine as well. So yes, I cannot recommend this thing enough. Nicely simulated radar. It has an INS, a really, really early INS system. It has a angle rate bombing system. It has a whole bunch of very interesting capabilities, and it can carry an absolute bunch of weapons. This thing is a teeny tiny little bomber. A lot of good fun. And guns, of course. Gun pods. Very, very nice. What are we going to see here? What are they dropping? Lots of bombs. Yeah, of course, served in Vietnam and in many other places. Orleans Junkie, I say about 4 things I should pick up, even though I won't fly them for a while. Yeah, it's not uncommon to pick up aircraft and then leave them in the hangar for a while. I'd rather have the Kiowa, says Arms Up with Lawrence. I would love to have the Kiowa. Kiowa looks brilliant. Evangelos, I never managed to escape the nuke bomb run with the vertical maneuver without killing myself. Yeah, the nuke is a bit silly in the MiG-21, to be honest, but hey. Only Napalm, I would say that the FAF MiG-21 was the best version. They had some systems like countermeasures made by BEA. Charts, A4, stunning mod. Yeah. Everybody should be aware of this. Everybody should download it. Everybody should fly it. It's brilliant. Just brilliant. Yep, and even has a really old school radar warning receiver. That was quite a good dodge there. And anti-radiation missiles even. So it can in fact be used for seed. Yeah, really, really cool aircraft. And am I right in remembering that it's Argentina that still flies these, but highly, highly upgraded and modified? I think they had like kind of a partial glass cockpit in them and so on. So yeah, these are still flying today. Very impressive aircraft, actually. I think the A4 is really cool. Really, really cool. Yeah, air-to-air refueling. What more would you want? Very nice trailer that they put together for this. Really cool. Orleans Junkie, I think we'll have more about that helo by the end of the year, maybe summer of next year release, but they do have a lot on the burner right now. Yeah, well, they're still putting a lot of work into Gazelle, but it's really, really nice to see the work that they're putting into the Kiowa as well. I will definitely be purchasing the Kiowa day one. They even showed images which I got via John Blur last week, where they were showing off the data link. Available for free, download now. There you go. There's the A4E. So jumping back into here, yeah, we've then got Feel the Need for the F-14. Please take the time to browse some of the thousands of user files available totally free of charge. In addition, please take a look at some of the influential community-made content. Our community of creators produce a massive amount of content each year. We're sure you know most of them already, but if not, please take a moment to explore and enjoy their work via the list below. And look, what is the first name on this list? I've got to say, when I found out about this yesterday, I was kind of blown away. I had no idea. ED didn't tell me they were putting me first in the list. I don't even know if this is something they did on purpose, or if it's simply they just exported a bunch of names that they're that they have included in their bot, which automatically posts new videos on their Discord. I think I was possibly the last one who was added to that bot, so maybe that means I appear first in the list. I don't know. Or maybe they just really like me. I have no idea. But I was super duper happy that that I was first in this list. It's really exciting. And the link even works. I clicked on it. Only name Pam. British did not like. Well, this is before. I'm talking about the current generation of A4 that Argentina's flying. They've massively upgraded them and they look amazing. Orleans Junkie, nice. Oldest first. maybe. I think I'm the most recent one that they added to their bot though on their Discord. But yeah, seriously though, everybody else who's on this list, really, really cool. I watch so many of these channels, so much absolutely amazing content. Big shout out to everybody who appears in this list. You should check all of them out, not just me, although of course I'm quite good. And yeah, I'm super happy that I was included in this. I'll need to message the community people at ED and thank them. Multiplayer events. DCS can be fabulous. It can be a fabulous shared experience and has become a large part of what makes it important to so many players. I very strongly agree with this. We're very grateful to all the DCS server owners who do a superb job hosting, tailoring gameplay experiences and curating community spaces. From carrier ops to aerobatics to warbirds to helicopters. We will be working with server owners to set up special events throughout the year and will share more details soon. We will also be joining in on a number of these community events, so keep an eye out for more details and for the opportunity to fly with and against ED team members. That's kind of cool. Yogi, thank you very much. I didn't do anything. I guess someone at ED just likes me. 15 years of DCS, where did we come from? Many of you have been with us since on this incredible journey since the start. That's me. And we are deeply grateful for your loyalty. The creation of the Digital Combat Simulator brand in 2008 was not our first entry into the combat simulation genre. Upon release in 2008, our core team already had 13 years' experience. Here is a summarized timeline of the Eagle Dynamics story so far. Oh, thank you very much, Yogi. That's extremely kind of you. Thank you very much for the donation. Tog, need to get that soundboard going again, Deep. You could give yourself a round of deserved applause. Yeah, actually, I've not been mucking around with that recently. I should get my voice mod all set up again. That was always good fun. So, in 1991, Eagle Dynamics is founded. November 1995, SU-27 Flanker, runner-up for Computer Gaming World's Simulation of the Year. I bought that basically the day it came out. I was very, very excited. September 1999, Flanker 2.0, the direct sequel to the SU-27 Flanker, added the SU-33 to the lineup. March of 2002, we get Flanker 2.5, awarded Best Simulation of 2005 by PC Gamer. November of 2003, we get the first version of Lock-On Modern Air Combat, published by Ubisoft. April 2005, Lock-On Flaming Cliffs releases. Advanced flight model for the SU-25 and SU-25T. The first DC... Oh, sorry, I skipped ahead. October 2008, Black Shark. Advanced flight model and the first clickable cockpit in the ED history. The first DCS release. Earned SimHQ's Sim Product of the Year 2008. Again, I actually pre-ordered Black Shark. I had that day one. 2009, Black Shark wins PC Gamer's Simulation of the Year. February 2011, we get the A10C, first full fidelity jet. 2011, the A10C Warthog wins PC Gamer Simulation of the Year. May 2012, we get the Mustang. August 2013, it joins Steam. January 2015, SU-27, the Ultimate Argument Campaign, is released. October 2015, we get the L-39, our first multi-crew aircraft. November of 2015, DCS World 2.0, detailed terrain support and the Nevada map. June 2017, DCS World 2.1, added deferred shading, physically based rendering. June of 2017, we also got the World War II asset pack. April 2018, DCS World 2.5. May 2018, we get the Hornet, our most popular module to date. I didn't know that. April 2019, dedicated servers. October 2019, F-16 Viper. May 2020, supercarrier. April 2021, we get 2.7 with the new dynamic weather engine. June 2021, we get the Hind and multi-crew. March of 2022, we get the Apache. October 2022, we get DCS World 2.8, improved atmospheric conditions and AI basic flight maneuvers. And in March 2023, we get multi-threading. Very, very nice. Yogi, you make great content, hence why you've been recognised. Thank you very much. I do try. Tog, but since you can't hear it, here's some virtual applause. Yogi remembers Flanker. Pink Floyd, oh look, the CH-47. I want that big time. I also want that big time. The thing is absolutely packed with avionics, and anyone who knows me will tell you that I'm very much into my avionics. I want checklists, I want buttons, I want systems. Tog, wonder if we'll get a Guns a Go-Go. Orleans Junkie would have thought the F-16. I think probably purely the fact the F-16 has been around for less time. That's probably it. Anyway, looking to the future, CH-47F Chinook. We shared passion and a desire to create historically important combat aircraft in uncompromising detail for all of you to enjoy, making aviation dreams come true and the inaccessible a virtual reality. DCS will continue to grow with more focus on the graphics environment, spherical Earth, core game functionality, improved multiplayer, and cooperative play with extended ground and naval warfare. Many much-anticipated aircraft are coming soon, including the mighty F-4E Phantom, the OH-58D Kiowa, the F-4U Corsair, the C-130J, the CH-47F Chinook. So much to look forward to. They don't mention the Typhoon, but I think that's because that's coming later. We are moved by the positivity and dedication of our loyal community and privileged to be part of your lives. Thank you for your passion and support, and thank you for making our dreams come true. Well, yes, it's pretty good. I gotta say, you know, we could always do with a bit of competition. It would always be nice for there to be people pushing ED to do better. They could certainly always do a little bit better, but the product's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with DCS, especially when combined with certain mods and other bits and bobs. I'm very, very keen on SRS, which is a simple radio standalone. It really bumps up the realism when you're playing in multiplayer to have SRS. It's a very, very nice radio simulation plugin. Echo, me too. Viper is on the thumbnail for the video, so it's probably the module with the most fan appeal. Yes, for sure. I think a lot of people come to DCS because of the F-16 and the Apache, for that matter. Only Napalm, Deepak, you really do a good job. Thank you, thank you. It's very, very kind of you all to support me. Again, super happy that the Eagle decided I was worthy of putting first on their list. Very, very exciting. It was in fact Dancer, who's probably listening to the stream just now, or after the fact, who pointed out to me that I was number one on the list. So thanks, Dancer, for showing me that I'd turned up there. So, that's basically all the news that we have for this week. I'm going to take the opportunity, as I generally do now, to pimp the VAF, because that's something else. James Fenton, if they would just get the DTC going, that would be great. Massively, massively agree. I would love to see DTC. I would love to see a bit more kind of flight planning stuff integrated into the mission editor. And yeah, the ability to edit and load DTCs would be amazing. John Bluer, what keeps people coming back isn't always what DCS is, but what it could be. Well said. Echo, big fan of your content, Deepak. Thanks for your contributions to our community. Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed, everyone. You're all being very kind. So, VAF, the Virtual Air Force. We fly a lot of F-16s and Harriers and many, many other things. The Virtual Air Force is a virtual online squadron originally founded by myself and dotChuckles many, many moons ago. We're an opt-in milsim style group where you have the option of joining us as a freelancer and flying whatever aircraft you would like, whenever you would like. Alternatively, you have the option of joining one of our internal numbered squadrons. We currently have squadrons for the Apache, the Harrier, the A-10, the F-15, the F-16, and the F-18, and we're always looking for pilots for all of them. We're also always looking for radio operators, mission editors, people making mods, people doing whatever. Mods, actually, Discord mods and such like. So yeah, always looking for more people to join. We're a very kind of open and friendly group. You have the option of joining our Discord. You can find the Discord link in the show notes below. Everyone is welcome, whether you fly with us or not. If you join one of the internal numbered squadrons, we do mandatory training, type ratings, and additional qualifications. We fly every Tuesday and Thursday at, now let me think, 8 PM UK time. And yeah, go ahead and click on the Discord link below and come join us. Love to see you there. And of course, the Discord is a great place just to hang out and chat with fantastic people, some of whom are probably in chat right now. Pimp that faff. Frisky Lime, yo, what time do you think the F-15E will be fully released and finally get a trial? Can't wait to play it. Finally released, I guess you're talking about like feature complete. I think if other modules are anything to go by, we're probably looking at something like a 2-year timeline. That seems to be about how long it takes to get everything in, so that would be my expectation. But Razbam have committed to doing a kind of chronological series of updates, where they're going to do updates that will bring up the standard of the F-15 to kind of later software suite and weapon capability standards. So I think it's going to be a bunch of fun. Yogi, now that you have been mentioned by ED, hopefully see your subscribers increase. Yeah, well, we'll see. Who knows? Pink Floyd, 10k by Christmas or bust. Yes. Here's hoping. Danny DeVito. Is it the real Danny DeVito? How long will the sale be? Yes, the sale is... Let me see here. It was mentioned at the beginning of the newsletter. The sale is until the 17th of September. Yes. 15th on Steam, 17th on Eagle's own thing. Mr. Yeti, guys, get on the VAF public server. It's cracking, but always empty. Yes, you're very welcome to join the public server as well. Dancer, the recognition is very well deserved. Consistently creating one training and one news video every week for that long is quite an achievement. Yes, you know, don't worry about the quality. Think about the quantity. I do try. Mr. Yeti, 2 weeks. Danny DeVito, thanks. I love your work, Danny. Really, really good. Anyway, Jumbler, any updates on the ground crew event? Actually, yes. I'm going to be posting a post for Deepak's ground crew very, very shortly, where I'm going to ask people what their preference would be for a time slot when we can all get together and fly the Harrier. Expect a post a little bit later on tonight with information about that event. But it's coming. I am intending to do exactly that very, very soon. So yeah, all the more reason to join Deepak's ground crew if you haven't already. People who are members of Deepak's ground crew will get invited to events such as our little flying event, which we'll be doing very soon now. Yogi, Typhoon, please, when? Don't know, but I'd imagine you won't see much about the Typhoon for another couple of years. That's a big, long-running project. Dancer, the quality is not too shabby either. Thank you very much. So that's basically all the news that we have for this week. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like, and comment. It's a really big help to me and to the channel. You also have the option of further supporting the channel by joining Deepak's ground crew for a small monthly fee. You can do that by clicking the join link below. Thank you very much those who've already done so. You'll also, as I said, have the option of flying with me. I might do other events in the future as well, which will be special just for Deepak's ground crew. So yeah, big shout out to those of you who are already there. Harish Rajan, Byron Farrow, Storm Kimbari, Channel Wright, Mangash, J.R. Walker, Shandor Hedgevald, Griff Nizzle, Mr. Yeti, Bread, Tier Zero, Erdinker Tan, Tiger Moto, Sean IM81, Charts, John Bloor, Frantic Stone, Mr. Craptacular, Tog, Kitsune, Rocklin Gaming, Tea Kettle Barbecue, Schmo78, Alex, Colonel Billington, Matt, Flu Diddy, Jürgen Dressel, Aaron Redman, Darth Urso, and Pink Floyd. Thank you very much, all of you. Welcome to the stream, Matthew. John Bloor, I can't wait to be invented. I think you've already been invented. And yeah, thanks John Bloor for always helping out, providing little tidbits of screenshots and news items. Go check out his Twitch. SeanAm81, can I get new eyes during this invention? Wow, okay. I can't work miracles. John Bloor, cheers chap, have a great rest of your weekend. Frisky Lime, salute. Blue skies to you all. Deepak, the celebrity now. Thank you very much, everybody. So, that's everything that I have for this week. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Fly safe, and I'll see you all next time. Ta-ta.